All right, what's up, guys? Anthony here, Special Analysis. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Want to take a look here at the NASDAQ 100. For many of you, you'd probably look at this chart and go, it looks like it's in an uptrend, but where do I buy, right? How do I know when or where the low-risk scenario exists? And that's what we're going to talk about today, all right? We're going to talk about simplistic price action. The chart that you're trading on should be minimalistic in the way of crap on it. And the reason I say that is because you're missing clarity when you have too much stuff on your chart. So let's take a little closer look here at the NASDAQ. Obviously, I have very, very minimalistic, stuff here. I have an indicator that identifies prior lows, prior highs. I have a heat map up here. I have volume at the bottom, and I have a populated trend line here, right? So what does the trend line define for me? It defines direction. Okay, I don't need anything fancy in order to do that. Ultimately, what I need is higher highs, higher lows, right? Here's a higher low, higher high. You could see that price broke out here and started moving to the upside. So again, in your approach to analyzing the market, do not overcomplicate it, because the only thing you're doing is a disservice to your outcome. All right? I encourage you to look at multiple time frames. When I day trade on a 3-minute chart. I've tested everything: 5-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute tick charts. When I'm candlestick trading, I'm looking at 2 primary time frames. Okay. I have done my analysis on a daily chart. I've done my analysis on a 1-hour chart. But the 2 charts that I'm looking at when I'm considering entering the market are the 3-minute chart, which I'm going to enter and manage on, and the 15-minute chart, which I'm using to analyze all of that higher time frame stuff that I just discussed, right? So we're going to be looking at prior highs, prior lows on the big picture. We're going to look at daily pivots, weekly pivots, things of that nature. We're going to look for areas that we may end up struggling at. Not only necessarily struggling at, but we need areas that we're able to identify targets, right? When we get into a trade, we got to pay ourselves. We got to take advantage of being in the market. We got to take profit. We got to protect ourselves, advance our stop, so on and so forth. So again, NASDAQ 100 3-minute chart. Again, I've already analyzed the 15-minute chart. Very clear we're in an uptrend here. Really nicely played out. Again, minimalistic stuff. I got a simple moving average here. I have highs and lows identified and a trend line. That's it, guys. Okay. The rest comes down to what you must absolutely understand, and that is price action and volume. That's it. Okay. Because if you don't understand those 2 components, this is going to be hard. All right. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. If you don't have a basic understanding of price action, a basic understanding of how volume drives that price action, a basic understanding of support and resistance, supply and demand, I don't really care what term you use. Those are things that you're going to absolutely need to understand. So NASDAQ's here in an uptrend. You can see this is after the opening bell here. Opening bell hits 9:30. Opening range is marked off here by these dashed black lines. You can see that we never return to it. We just continue to make higher highs and higher lows, which is wonderful. Where do we want to buy? Okay, I'm a small candle buyer. What does that mean? I am looking for a tight area of price action where I'm able to define who's in control. Who's in control, right? Are the buyers in control? Or the sellers in control? Who's in control? Now, this very thin teal dashed line here is a daily pivot. So I certainly don't want to buy the market here below the daily pivot. The trend hasn't really established anything here because I'm still waiting to take out this midterm high. So what I'm waiting for is essentially looking for an opportunity above the daily pivot and a break in settlement above this internal high here. So after getting that, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this area right here. Okay. I don't want to just blatantly buy because we closed above a daily pivot. I don't want to blatantly buy because we closed above a prior high. I want to prove an area of low risk. Now, low risk to me is an area where both buyers and sellers have had the opportunity to fight a little bit, wrestle, and ultimately the buyers here are going to take control. Right? If the buyers don't take control here, what would happen is we would end up setting a lower high, and this market would fall back to this trend line, potentially below the trend line into this prior low, into the opening range, so on and so forth. But it seems here, at least for a very short period of time, that we don't have excessive selling volume coming into the market, right? We have the majority of what we have leading up into this point is all buying volume, some neutral volume, but the buyers seem to be interested. The buyers seem to be above the simple moving average, things of that nature. So ultimately, I'm looking to buy. And I want to first identify an area where the sellers stepped in but failed to overcome the buyers, or the buyers ultimately rejected the sellers. And that's right here. So we closed above this daily pivot, we retested it, and then we started pushing higher again. Now, for me, this is all I'm looking for. And you guys might go, this is way too simple. But it really is. Okay? I'm looking for a very shallow correction right here in the market. I've defined a line of support. I've defined a little correction. I've defined a close above it. What am I risking? I'm risking the candle that closed above the correction and the candle where the sellers failed. So I'm buying the market here at 399 and change, and I'm placing my stop right here at 388 and change. Okay? I'm looking for small candles. If I use two candles over here, what have I accomplished? A massive risk. I don't want a massive risk. What I want is a small risk. Okay? So I want to buy the market here. What do I want to do when I reach this prior high? 52 ticks. I want to take some profit, right? I'm going to pay myself and protect myself. I'm going to liquidate a portion of my trade, and then I'm going to move my stop to break even. And then every time the market breaks a prior high, I'm going to take a little profit. We go a little sideways, we push up, break a prior high, and take a little more profit. 200 ticks. The high topped out here so far, and we still got plenty of time to go before the closing bell, at 238 ticks. All because I was able to identify the overall trend and then find a low risk, high probability entry where I was able to capture profits quickly here at this first prior high. And then as the market broke every high, I'm taking more profit, taking more profit, taking more profit. Why? Because I don't know when the sellers are going to come in and ultimately reject the market going in any higher. But guys, we're talking about 200 ticks from 12:30 into 2:30, right? 2 o'clock. So inside of about 90 minutes, little less than an hour and a half, we had a phenomenal move here on the NASDAQ 100. All because we understand who's in control and we understand price action. Now, guys, I didn't learn this overnight. You're not going to learn it overnight. It will take some time. But if you would like to trade alongside me, that option exists, meaning I will do the hard work. I will identify the trend. I will identify the low risk setup. I will look at the 15-minute time frame and the 1 hour time frame and the daily time frame and compile all the data needed to say, okay, this looks good, or okay, this doesn't look good because of XYZ. So those are the things that I help my traders interpret in real time as the market is moving. Not only do I supply my own charts to you, my own analysis to you, my own order flow to you, I interpret it all for you as well. So if you're looking for low risk setups like this that have huge possibilities that you can make a lot of money in a short period of time, then maybe coming to trade with me could be an idea for you. Now, with that statement being made, I don't accept anybody and everybody, because at the end of the day, I can only manage to help so many people and give them the attention they deserve. So, with that statement being made, I encourage you to review some of the content below this video. I encourage you to compile a list of questions. I encourage you to reach out to me. We'll have a simple conversation. If this style of trading is what you're looking to learn and master, then we'll take the next step. If I feel as though this is a right fit for you, if I don't feel as though this is a right fit for you, or you don't believe that this is what you're looking for, one of the two or both, then we'll part as friends, or I'll see if I can assist you in some other way. But there's no high pressured sales here. There's nobody, holding a gun to your head, telling you to shovel over some money. It comes down to, can I help you be successful? Okay, I'm only interested in helping people who are dedicated to helping themselves, and that's what it comes down to. I'm not here to do it for you. I'm here to help you learn and understand it. Okay? I'm here to help you identify these areas so that you can partake in the market through the experience of somebody who's been doing this for a very long time. And if that's you, again, we'll have that conversation. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate the opportunity to share this video with you. I look forward to hopefully hearing from you, answering your questions, and seeing perhaps if trading live with me might be a fit for you. And then again, we'll take that conversation to the next level from there. So below, tons of content, consume it, send me a list of your questions. We'll have a conversation, and then we'll visit what could be next steps from that point on. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And just one last final thought, guys. The technique that I will teach you is something that you can take and apply to every market on every time frame. So while you're saying, this may not necessarily be for me, and it may not, and that's totally okay. What will be for you is understanding and learning how to interpret price action. Because if you don't understand that and you are unable to interpret it, it doesn't matter if you look at a 3-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a daily chart, a weekly chart, a monthly chart. None of that matters. No disrespect. But if you don't have a basic, strong understanding of price action, none of the other stuff is going to... Any approach you attempt to employ in the market, including indicators and software and all that stuff, if you don't have a basic understanding of how to define price action, then you will spend tens of thousands of dollars spinning your wheels, and I'm trying to help you avoid that. And that's all that it comes down to. So, like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Anthony Special here, Special Analysis.